Homicide.
Okay.
They should have been assassinated.
Because it's like you can't say you don't like black women and you're with someone who literally is trying to appropriate black culture or carry themselves like a black woman. So that's it. That's what throws me off.
Welcome back to another installment of the Rising Podcast. I'm joined here with Cayman and KaBria. You already know what I'm about to ask. KaBria, how you doing today?
I literally am so tired, but I'm having a good day.
But you're here. You're doing a podcast. You feel me? You're dedicated to the cause. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Xavier, how are you?
I'm doing good. Just got some hot chips in my mouth, and we ready to get it going.
Some
Hot chips?
Or whatever the warmed up
hot chips.
Warmed up chili chips.
Yeah.
I want some hot fries. That sounds good.
That sounds good.
But how you been, Cayman? We know we just came back from a little trip.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
I'm sorry. Damn,
yes.
Friend card
We went to LA. We went and saw the Dolphins and Chargers game.
Oh, they meant actual Dolphins for a second.
It was a great experience. Just real quick on the culture around football. It's just crazy. It was crazy. Like I was telling Xavier, like, have you ever even seen anything like this before? Because we went to the tailgate before, and you know all the fans are out there, canopies, grills, like TVs, like really out there partying, drinking,
crazy,
hecka early in the morning, like just going crazy. Shots, everything.
Oh
like
my God.
Like it's a
this
big
your first
party.
Time going to the tailgate?
Yeah,
I went to a tailgate for Sac State when I was in like middle school though. But this was like my first like professional football game, so the first like tailgate,
real tailgate.
That shit is
real tailgate. Nothing
like basketball has ever experienced. Cause like that's when I was starting to think. I was like, I wonder why there isn't like niggas watch basketball, niggas like to eat. Why don't we be tailgating for basketball? But it's like I don't know. That's like a completely different culture, I guess. Like,
exactly, completely different culture. And
plus it's outdoors. So it's
I was just thinking
hot though.
I was just thinking I understand why all them white people didn't want Colin Kaepernick to kneel, because that is their saving grace on Sunday. Like they don't have to worry about nothing, especially them rich people out there.
It's like a complete identity. Yeah.
So you guys did get a table and like.
No, we pulled up. We had my dad rented a pickup, so we drove to LA in a pickup. So we got some food and shit, got some alcohol, and then we just let the back down.
Yep.
We was playing music, drinking, eating. People would come up to us and be like, can we borrow a bottle opener? Be like, yeah. They're like, all right, I got you a shot when we open the bottle. And we just walk around, get food. They have vendors.
Xavier was the DJ for like the area we were in. This man was starting to panic at first. He was
stressful.
Like, I know it's hard.
We was in LA. He was like, what do I play? Like, I don't even know.
These are different type of white people out here. I don't know.
We started out with some LA shit, and then we had to go to the Bay. You know, we had to teach them a little E40, a little Mac Dre, just for them to know.
Why say teach them? They know E40.
I don't know.
Sometimes niggas just don't know.
Do they know the thizzle like that? I don't know.
I think they do. It's like.
But do they do the thizzle dance? I don't think so.
Everybody listens to it.
But I mean, it was a really good experience. I mean, it was hot as hell, but
how hot was it, y'all?
It was hot as fuck.
It was like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Like I took some pictures of just how hot I was. Like I was sweating. My hat was wet. It was hot. And then we do all that waiting. We got there at like 8 a.m.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
And the game didn't start until 1:30. So we were. And it was hot that entire time. So we were just out there in the heat, drinking, eating until like 1:15.
Man, y'all didn't have a fan?
We did spend like a solid like 10 minutes before the game started just blasting the AC in the car with the music down. I needed a second to recoup. I was drained. We go through, standing through all the lines and shit, get to the game, and it's like, damn, niggas just try to save money at any route. Like, they was like, we're not putting no AC in this motherfucking building. We're just gonna have open walls and shit, letting get a fresh breeze.
Xavier, it's a dome, bro.
I don't care. It was hot as hell in there. Oh my God, we're sitting in the stadium trying to enjoy the game, getting fucking beamed on. I'm sweating the whole time. You know what Cayman did? This nigga got up. He said, I think I'm gonna have to go up there and spend the second half just in the AC trying to get some wind. This nigga did not come back until the end of the game. It was hot as fuck. Water bottles was $6. I was upset.
Why do you go? Oh my God.
But the game, oh my God, Tua.
What a game.
Concussion protocol came through. Oh my God. He really came through at the end. It was a stressful last game. It was just too close for comfort.
What happened? Who won?
We won, of course. Dolphins.
Dolphins won at the end.
But why are y'all picking Dolphins? Like, isn't that?
I'm a Dolphins fan.
Isn't it Miami Dolphins?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. You from Miami?
Some black people are.
I said, are you?
It's more of like a family, family trip. My dad's a Dolphins fan. My grandpa's a Dolphins fan, and I don't watch football enough to pick a team. Yeah, my people are from Ohio. They like Dan Marino, throwback, and I like
a lot of people back in those days did like the Dolphins. Like the Dolphins were that team.
Who did they like?
I like Cameron Wake and my boy Tannehill.
Tannehill.
Yeah, and Jarvis before he got traded. But now Tua and Tyreek Hill are leading the nation.
Leading the nation. But cool. Yeah, shout out to that game. I mean, we went to Universal Studios. Hey, real quick, Universal Studios.
Oh, give me my money back, nigga. Oh my God.
What?
We went to the Haunted Horror Nights at Universal Studios or whatever.
Oh wow.
And like,
yeah. See that?
No, you don't. Like, it was like, honestly, I wasn't. First of all, no, absolutely not. I wasn't expecting it. Terrible. I wasn't expecting it to be terrifying, but nigga, I was expecting to be like, ooh, like something. It was. I'm gonna tell you how scary it was. We were going through a haunted house, and there was a segment when like it was like a animatronic little figure getting their legs pulled off, and when they pulled it off, it sprayed like mist at you, so you got like wet and shit. My sister stopped and she said, instead of saying, ah, this girl said, oh my God, that's so cool, and kept walking. Like that shit was not scary. All the lines were over 100 minutes long, waiting in the lines, and the worst part of it all. We waited in this one line for Megan. We waited in the Megan line for 45 minutes. That shit lasted 5 minutes. And you know what we were watching for 5 minutes?
What? Her dancing?
She got out there, four white women.
I have the video. I
think one of us got the video. It was 4 white women in Hannah Montana wigs, dressed like Megan, getting sturdy for 5 minutes, and then had the nerve to just walk off. And say, all right, lights came on and said, all right. Fuck, I stand in that line for 45 minutes for it. Oh my God.
Universal and that was the last Studios, thing we went bro. To. You gotta fix that, yo.
That was the last thing.
The theater one was really the bad thing. That was the bad part.
You guys reached out to them for what? Your money back?
We're reaching out to them right now. Universal Studios, I know you're watching this. Refund. And if you need any help with like story
or something, we're here. We are here.
Y'all got too much money to be putting out shit that looks like a YouTube video.
Exactly.
So then my question is, how many different like?
It was all right. So it was like the normal like rides and attractions that they have. Yeah. Then they added like a haunted feel to it. Then there was like more of like shows and haunted houses. Probably like an extra like 10 of those.
Themed haunted houses. So they had like a Chucky one. They had like
Megan. We didn't
make it because that one was the longest.
That one didn't dip under 200 minutes.
Y'all didn't get the fast passes?
I mean,
nah.
It's like you have to do that if you go to Universal. Yeah, it's like you can't even just buy a regular ticket.
Cause like you're like, okay, go through the fast pass, but then it's like the fast pass line. Not that many people were in that line. Not that many people got those tickets.
Right.
So then it's just like a shit ton of people in the regular line. But then it's even like even if you get the fast pass, hella people get the fast pass. Yeah. Now you got hella niggas going in front of you. So either way, you really just need the fast pass to kind of just like
maneuver.
Yeah, get it for them.
Maneuver and not sit in one line for 45 minutes to watch Megan do the 2-step.
And y'all lockers didn't work. Universal Studios.
Yeah. Then first of all, why are these niggas trying to get my information? There was for one of the rides, you had to put your stuff in a locker. Back in my day, if you had a locker, it was like a padlock or it was like a little fucking numerical code or whatever.
Or something.
These niggas said scan my fingerprint. I had to scan my thumbprint to get a locker. We put our stuff in the locker, did the ride or whatever. We came back. I had to put my thumbprint on there to open the locker. Put my thumbprint on there. No thumbprint found. What are you talking about? What do you mean no thumbprint?
Yeah, I don't know about that Universal Studios, bro.
Yeah. So I had that final little girl like, hey, can you open the locker for me? And then she just walked over there with a key and opened it. Like, if y'all got a key, why are you taking my thumbprint in the first place?
Your fingerprint? That's like,
that was crazy.
I was
like, ain't no way.
That is interesting.
They got my data.
Yeah, they got me for sure.
But anyway, yeah. But LA was fun. That was a cool little trip. Yeah, it's okay. You know, you've been busy.
Been really busy.
Yeah, it was good all the way up until the drive back when I was choking on glass eating a burrito.
That's the last part. This man went to where were we at?
We were in like Coalinga, I think.
Leaving
like Coalinga, we stopped at the Baja Fresh. And I got a steak burrito. I should not have.
Okay.
We were driving, got my burrito. We were first of all, I think it was a setup.
Why?
Because when we were in there was these workers. They were walking with hella boxes and shit, and came in and bumped into him. It was like, nigga, move. And I was like, why would you say that? I was like, they're gonna get us. Lo and behold, I'm eating my burrito while I'm driving, and I'm chewing. I'm chewing and shit. I take another bite, and I'm like, what is this in my mouth? I pull it out. It's this thick ass piece of fucking glass in my fucking burrito.
In his burrito, bro.
I was hella mad.
In his burrito.
In my burrito. So I called them. They didn't answer. I said, oh, hell nah. Hell nah. My mom started kicking in my head like, call corporate, nigga. So I called corporate. They called me back the other day. So I'm getting like a refund for my food and for Cayman's food. But I sent the guy the picture, and he said, damn, that's pretty big. I said, nigga, that's what I said when it was in my fucking mouth. So they're sitting at the corporate. Hopefully they reach back out to me, Baja, as well. If you're watching this,
shout out,
do better. I need to check.
Might do better.
Damn.
His employee.
Give us Baja for free for a year or something. Like, this is really traumatic.
Baja ain't even. I don't even want that shit for free. So I have another chance of choking and dying. Like, what are you talking about? And we had Baja when I was on campus. I already knew that shit
He
was.
wrapped it up
Shout out
in
Sex
that
State.
video. That was so intentional.
I'm saying, like, he wrapped that shit up. He had the nerve to let me watch him like he was making a Subway sandwich, but I didn't see no glass. I don't know when I looked to the side for a second. He said, threw that shit in there and wrapped it up.
You never know.
I'm just glad at least it wasn't big or small enough to where I swallowed like the entire shard of glass. Like, it was pretty fucking big.
Yeah, it's all because of Cayman, probably.
Probably. But yeah.
I hope you know.
Shout out to Baja Fresh. Shout out to,
I wasn't even the one that ran into the people. Why did I have glass in my breed? They should have got Cayman.
shout out to the Chargers. Shout out to the Dolphins.
Why are we
And-
shouting Chargers out?
Anyways, we got some new music, guys. Today was really like a packed day for music. I don't think I've had a day in music this year that has been so packed with people like dropping like this.
Yeah.
Like, this has probably been the why you say it like that? This has probably been like the first.
It's packed.
This has probably been the first
Packed with what?
Friday of like real good music. So we'll start with the Drake record first. Did you guys listen to the Drake record?
We'll get all the good comments out the way
I did.
first.
Sorry.
What did you think about the Drake record?
I thought it was interesting.
That's not what I want somebody to say about my new number one.
Yeah, so it was.
Number one. I don't think it's his number one.
You know
It was
that's
just
not
something
my
like.
number
It
one,
was just something like.
It was, to me, it was just like a very interesting song. Like, interesting in a way where it's like it was given old Drake mixed with this new cocky like future version of Drake, and it was kind of toxic, but I mean it was kind of like not that bad. SZA did a good job singing.
Yeah, it's like he's caught between the two sides. Ooh, do I want to be no facial hair Drake or do I want to be Future? Do I want to have
Yeah.
do I want to have dreads and fuck bitches and Gucci flip flops, or do I want to
No,
like
literally.
like what is he talking about right now?
Did this make you want to like? Did this make you want to like want the album more, a little bit more? Are you ready for Drake to drop next week?
You know, next week.
Yeah.
Everyone say November 17th.
I thought it was the 20th. I think he changed it to the 22nd.
Yeah, it's the
Nigga think
22nd
he's-
of September.
Yeah, he thinks he's Kanye or something. He keep pushing his dates.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, drop the album.
So you're not this record doesn't make you excited.
No.
So it did the opposite of what a number one's supposed to do.
Why is this supposed to be his number one?
It's gonna
Or
be
not a number one, excuse me. It does the opposite of what a single's supposed to do for an album
single.
drop.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I don't think I hope for the album drop. But I think the reason he released it was because of like all like the talk on like TikTok in regards to Drake and SZA beef.
Okay.
And so I think he probably used that to drop the album. Drop that particular song to start getting people excited for the album.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it was a PR stunt.
I like the record. I mean, it's
I
gonna
wouldn't have released it.
it's gonna be good in the flow of probably the album when we get in next week. My only thing is you have a record to drop the week before. Like, give me your best banger, I would say, or like that, you know. And I know he's big. I know he's Drake, so he doesn't.
Bitch out.
I know he's
Bring
big, and
your
I know he's
baddest
Drake,
bitch
so he
out.
really doesn't have to do that.
You know
He can
what
drop
I'm
the SZA record, but still, it's just like, bruh. They said this album's gonna be generational. Lil Yachty said all this stuff about this album.
First of all, why are you harping on what Lil Yachty has to say about generational music?
Ooh.
Like, what are we talking about?
I mean, he's an artist in the industry.
Yeah, he's an artist in the industry.
He's been a
You
fan
said
of
that
Drake.
like that
I'm
nigga was
an
under
artist.
3,000 or something. You said that like that.
He wrote
nigga-
for City Girls.
You said generational music like Lil Yachty didn't drop an album and then denounce every song he made before that.
Did
Like,
he?
he said, nigga, everything I made before that, That shit was ass. I never wanted to blah, blah, blah.
Ooh.
He basically did a Doja Cat minus the demons.
This man.
And I'm like, so what are we talking about? I like Lil Yachty.
Okay, but what about...
Do you even like his last project enough to take his opinion on generational
I
music?
really liked his last album. That's why I'm taking
enough
his...
to take his opinion on
like
generational music? Because if he denounces everything he did before that, he has one album.
So you're just
He
saying,
has
look
one
at...
album in his
previous
purest
album.
sense of what he thinks his voice is.
Get heated.
That don't match nothing but what this nigga dropped in the past.
So you're saying, look at what he's...
Look at what he's
Look
making
at him now.
in comparison to what he's made then.
Period.
Two sides of a different coin. Because
Yeah.
hip hop is whatever. The
Okay,
fuck.
what
But
about
it's
Drake's...
separate shit.
What about Drake's dad saying that this is some of the best music that he's
what
ever
about
heard?
Drake's dad?
Yeah. What about Drake's dad saying this is some of the best music he's ever heard?
What do I care about
From
this
his
old
son.
nigga?
I'm supporting both.
This old slick jive motherfucker. I don't.
Steve Harvey suit eye.
Steve Harvey big suit wearing. I don't thick mustache having that. What are we talking about? Drake's dad. How we go from Lil Yachty to Drake's pappy?
So you don't think this album's gonna be good next week?
I think
Put it on the record right now,
this,
Xavier.
This is exactly what I'm gonna say because it's the same thing I've been saying and it also relates to this fucking drop. Drake is popular because Drake has been popular for so long. That nigga can put out anything and y'all are gonna eat it up. People know the song was ass.
So this Drake and SZA song was ass.
This Drake and SZA song was.
It was mid. It was mid. It was mid.
The song is great if you're not listening to it. The song is fantastic if Drake's first part is cut out of it. The song would be amazing if Drake was not on it at all and it was just a SZA song. SZA did great.
SZA did great. SZA did great.
How you gonna start the song with some bullshit that didn't even match what he was talking about really the rest of the song? He did not have that same energy from them first bars. So you could be like, oh, it is a publicity stunt. So I'm gonna start off crazy with these few bars, get niggas talking because any publicity is good publicity. They're gonna listen to my album regardless. They're gonna listen to this shit regardless. I'm gonna put this song that we put together in 10 minutes to get rid of this Twitter beef so niggas can get off my ass and enjoy the project in 7 days. Stop talking to me about fucking Drake and his dad.
Yeah, let's talk about Drake and his dad.
I think
why are we talking about
podcast?
I think the record is. I think
you don't even like boats.
I think the album's gonna be good, but let me tell you something. As a Drake fan,
That's why you think the album's gonna be good.
No. As a Drake fan, he's on a timer because his last 4 albums haven't been good. So he is on a timer.
He's on a timer for people who actually care.
That's what I'm saying.
For the people who actually care, Drake's not really on their top.
But that's
20.
who we're talking to. I'm not talking about the niggas that say Drake is the GOAT because of X, Y, and Z and look at the numbers and are the surface level people. I'm talking about the people that really enjoy music and can say, oh, look at Certified Lover Boy. You can tell that was a fucking lazy album. Oh, honestly, never mind. Like he tried something different. I get that, but it's not like you're supposed to be that nigga. You're supposed to be the top of the top, the echelon. You want to be in the same conversation as the top rappers ever. So you got to give me that same energy when it comes to these albums. When I have a nigga on the other side of you that came in the game around the same time that takes 5 years for an album and it's a classic every time.
Exactly. Nigga want to be on the same plane as people like Kendrick Lamar and Tupac, and he's dropping bars like my life is nothing but W's and M's, life is like a bathroom or some shit like that. I really listened to that bar and I said, like a bathroom. I said, is this nigga talking about men's and women's restrooms?
You have to think that Drake has a different job than Kendrick or anybody else has had because he has to serve to different crowds because he does so many different things. So you have to give him the credit for that.
Sound like pandering to me.
I'm just saying.
Sound like pandering to me. Pick a fucking voice. Stop trying to switch.
I mean,
do you want to be Dale? Do you want to be fucking Jamaican, nigga? Are you light skinned? Are you from the six? Pick something and stick to it. This nigga just thinks he want to be great at everything, and he's just looking like he's mid at everything except for getting bitches' attention.
Yeah, it's really good.
You like the braids, KaBria?
Of course, I love braids.
I do like the braids.
I didn't know.
He does look good with the braids.
Yes,
but we're not talking about how this nigga look right.
Anyway, yeah. So
we're talking strictly about the tune.
Yeah,
not about how good
Drake and
he
SZA is in your phones now. Go ahead and check it out if you want.
Some free publicity.
We did have a Nas album, Nas and Hit Boy. They've been on like a 3-4 year run of just superior rapping. And the only point I want to make about Nas,
what's his album called?
Dang, why you put me on the spot like that? I don't even remember. I was just listening to it.
I saw it on Alpha Music.
I didn't see it.
And I was like,
trying to see.
I was like, damn.
Because I thought Drake was dropping. I thought Nicki Minaj was dropping her album today, but she must move it to Drake.
No. Is it Magic? Is it Magic 3? Yeah, it's Magic 3, which is a
Why you
trilogy.
didn't just go on Apple Music?
Oh, I could have.
This nigga said Google.
It's a trilogy from the projects they have been dropping.
Oh. Okay. I didn't
The only
listen to
point
it.
with Nas I wanted to make was like when I look
You
at.
love him?
I mean, yeah, his hairline is like intact. His hairline's been intact since nigga we've been born.
You think it's real?
Yeah, it's real. But specifically for me, Nas and Lil Wayne are two of the niggas that I can look at and really say like those are my kind of goats in rap, only because they've been rapping for so long and they're still getting better. Like Lil Wayne can still drop a fire verse and we be like, damn, Lil Wayne snapped. Like it's 2023, nigga. Lil Wayne has been out since 1996, rapping his fucking ass off for us for years and years and years, like older than us. We were born in 98.
And before you finish that point,
Okay.
just some new information we learned over the weekend.
Ooh, what?
How old do you think Lil Wayne is?
40 at most. Probably like 35.
Wow, maybe it was just me because
It
I
was
thought
just
that
you.
nigga was 60.
No.
He
Yeah, you
looks
were
very
wildin'.
old. He's only 40 though, because we saw a post and like Wiz Khalifa just turned 36. And I'm like, Lil Wayne's only 4 years older than Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
But then it was like, yeah, Lil Wayne's been rapping since he was in fucking Pampers and shit. So
No,
he's just been more
like,
visible that long. But Wiz
Yeah.
Khalifa, he didn't pop off until we were like sophomores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been rapping for a long
40?
time.
Oh my
And for him
God.
to still have the longevity, for Wayne to come with the Drake, the Nicki, and have that cosign
Right
too,
there.
like, this is why I put
Yeah,
Wayne.
Tyga didn't even shout the man out.
Tyga. Okay. This is why I put
crazy.
Wayne in
Chanel West Coast.
Stop.
Like,
Okay. Now you're really wilding. Now you're.
Yeah, on the
she's
squad?
she's definitely on the squad. But
She was on Young Money, Cash Money.
yes, she was.
Yeah.
Chanel West Coast.
Yes.
From ridiculousness and shout out fucking Rob Dyrdek.
He was on there too.
No, he's definitely the reason she's on that shit at all.
Stop.
Everybody loves Rob Dyrdek.
That's true. But
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
R.I.P. Big
What
Black.
was he?
He's a skateboarder.
Is he a skateboarder?
And then he did, like-
Walk?
He was just a skateboarder.
Like
Then he started
Tom
doing reality TV. He had Robin Big back in the day.
Yeah.
Then
Did he pass?
Fantasy
on?
Factory. Yeah, Big
Big
Black died.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Black Lavender. And then he did the ridiculousness, which has been like basically the new age America's Funniest Home Videos, basically.
Yeah. I didn't know it was that popular.
Yeah, he's pretty popular.
I didn't
My
know
black
that.
guys knew who he was when I was growing up, and
I
well,
didn't know
I was skateboarding and shit when I was growing up too, though.
Yeah,
but,
a little bit different. Not in that way.
Well, yeah, he's well. Lil Wayne thinks he's a skateboarder too.
Yeah, I know.
He posts little videos of him doing shit.
and that's why
I do know that about Lil Wayne.
Lil
Yeah.
Wayne
Truck fit, yeah.
is my goat.
Oh my God.
My goat rapper of
You
all
ain't
time.
never even stepped foot on a skateboard.
Anyway, but I'm just saying, Lil Wayne was able to target so many audiences. Like the white people love Lil Wayne, the black people love Lil Wayne, like everybody love Lil Wayne. Even though he said some shit about the damn police and
Yeah.
had that picture with Donald Trump. But
Well,
anyway,
and the picture with
back to my
Kamala.
point. Back to my point about him and Nas.
You can't
him,
say that
him
and
and
respect him. There was reasons.
yeah, there was
that we
reasons.
don't
Yeah,
agree
yeah,
with.
there was reasons. But back to him, like we're talking
What
about
reason
rap.
did he have for
Fuck-
singing
fuck-
Mrs. Officer to Kamala Harris?
That was so funny.
That shit was crazy. It was like, do they not think we know what this song is about and what she did? Like, what is going on?
Anyway,
cracking up.
shout out to Nas and Lil Wayne who have
Oh
been
my
rapping
gosh, you
my
have to
whole
yell
life.
louder.
Who have been because I gotta keep us on track.
Yeah,
who have
we
been rapping
can,
our whole
politely.
life. Those are my two
So
goats when it
deep.
comes to that. Like I really don't have that feel with Jay-Z. Like how everybody be talking about.
No, yeah.
Hold on, but don't get crazy. I'm just
I'm
saying.
not gonna get crazy.
Jay-Z is one of them. He is one of them. But I'm just
Yeah.
talking about
He's
that
not
was
one
just
of
not my era.
yours.
Yeah, he's not one.
No.
He was my ringtone in
Like I really respect Jay-Z and
Death
for
of
what he
Auto-Tune?
did. Yeah.
Death
That's
of
auto-tune?
Death of
I don't like
Auto-Tune.
that record.
I just liked the way it sounded when I was growing up. Like that shit was my ringtone every time. Like I don't even fucking like trumpets and songs and shit. But Death of Auto-Tune was lit.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to them for being old and still rapping
Yeah, shout
they
out
ass
Nas.
off.
Why you calling him old?
That Diddy, I mean they're old. That Diddy,
They're
it's
all
a
compared.
yeah. Rap's really a young man's game. So when you're talking about older people that are still
talking about
throwing
Joker.
bars and still charting and still trending, like it's really important to highlight those.
Who do you
older
think
people.
is a more of a newer artist that may fit that bill later on?
Megan.
I don't see. it's crazy. I don't see a lot of. I don't
Doja
know.
Cat?
I don't see a lot of longevity in a lot of these artists
Are you
today.
talking about this artist?
No, artists you think who are gonna have like that same longevity as like a Wayne,
Who are going to be able to keep
who are
on
gonna
getting
be
better.
40s, and
Yeah.
you're still gonna be like, wow, they're still dropping bangers.
I don't see a lot of longevity in these artists today.
No, because everything right now is just about short gimmicks, get the bag while it's hot. Sounds kind of like Drake.
Oh gosh.
Anyway.
Latin music's hot. Let me hop on that shit.
No, Drake isn't.
Island music, Caribbeans. Let me hop on that shit. I need a one head ass nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
That was a good song though.
It was a good song though, but that's not what we're talking about.
I feel like an artist like Cleo Soul, who did drop an album this today too. Cleo Soul is one of those artists that maybe we can see in 30 years and like, damn, her concert is still good and she's still making good records. I feel like somebody like that who still loves, like, people that really do the music shit. Like, there's a lot of people in this music industry that just do it for the clicks and for the bait and for what's hot. But people that really just love, you can tell certain people just love to do music for music. Yeah. And I feel like those are the people that we may see
So not even a hip hop
later on.
artist.
So everybody listen.
I don't really
He
listen.
went to the R&B.
I'm gonna be honest. At 25, I can't say that
So
I
R&B's
listen
making
to
a
a lot of
comeback?
hip hop. I can't say I listen to a lot of hip hop.
R&B is for sure making a
my
comeback, and I
mama,
definitely agree with
oh
you that I feel like R&B is gonna overtake
Hip
hip
hop.
hop because there's just so much that hip hop can be. It doesn't really have a sound anymore, and I feel like you really kind of need a sound to have like a crowd, because now it's just a bunch of different niche groups. So like, do you really relate to hip hop, or do you relate to whatever specific sound that artist is making?
Yeah.
So it's like, but R&B in a sense, like, it's all kind of, it hasn't gotten to that extent yet. It hasn't really been infiltrated by the white man as much. So it's like there's still some cohesion.
I think they're trying.
Of course they're trying. Anything with the black man on it, the white man is going to come and get
Black
eventually.
power.
But like, R&B still has that cohesion in the sound. At least you can turn a track on and you're not going to be like, is this rock? Is this blues? You're gonna be like, no, nigga, this is rhythm and blues. R&B. Nowadays you turn on Uzi, you're like, some songs sound hip hop, some songs sound alternative.
Because you can't tell
rock.
me that his last album, even though I don't listen to that nigga, I don't listen to him at all. But I heard
that album.
I heck no.
songs.
But the things that I've heard, you can't tell me that's a hip hop album. You can't tell me that's a hip hop.
But that's the thing. You can say that now.
Yeah, you can say that
because hip hop
now.
is literally whatever. As long as when you go on Apple Music and under that album it says hip hop, that's a fucking hip hop album.
Hip-hop.
And they're gonna have they white ass at the VMAs winning awards.
True.
I don't remember what category or what artist it was, but I saw them on the list and I was like, this nigga don't even make this music. Why is he on this list?
Wow.
But we ain't the ones picking those artists for those nominations.
That is
Exactly.
true, and that's a whole nother freaking story for another day.
They need to do it like Love Island. I'm trying to see what's the name. Go home. Let me
Love
text.
Island.
Let me text and let me put my vote in. What you mean? Like American Idol back in the day. I want Clay Aiken to go home. Let me text.
But you know that stuff. All that stuff is
Let me
like
text.
they manipulate that stuff these days. You can't.
Yeah, that
do
shit was
no-
probably manipulated
Back
either
then
way.
either.
But
Yeah.
at least like Paper Straws, it made me feel like I was doing something. You know, Paper Straws ain't doing shit, but making me drink part of it.
Paper straws?
Paper Straws ain't doing shit,
I
but
hate
making me
paper
drink paper in my milkshake.
I'm sorry. Fuck the turtles.
I hate.
I'm
Ooh,
sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
I like the turtles.
I love the turtles, but I love straws more. Or maybe I could get a metal straw. Sorry.
Yeah,
Now fuck the
metal
turtles.
straw,
Sorry.
yeah.
I kind of got that. Is,
I do
that
hate
is
paper
tipped
straws
to the
though.
edge.
It's just one of
they're
those.
horrible.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that they make it seem like you're actually doing something. Like
then you
like by
can't-
making niggas at only like Starbucks and like Denny's use paper straws is gonna have any impact on
Everywhere has
on
paper
these.
straws.
Like,
Oh.
but I'm saying like just even people using paper straws is not gonna have any impact as long as these fucking corporations are still polluting like they're polluting.
Yeah.
Paper straw ain't gonna do shit, but
Wait,
make
what are
my
y'all
drink
talking
worse.
Paper straws.
Paper straws.
Erica Mena, y'all.
passionate about
shout
that.
out to
my God.
shout out to the new music. Diddy, Rod Wave, Cleo Soul, Offset dropped a record as well. So there was a lot of music. Go check it out.
And Killer Mike dropped the deluxe.
Killer Mike dropped a deluxe. So there's a lot of new music out there for y'all to.
And if you're looking for some old shit that just dropped, still recent, check out that Mick Jenkins. I still think
Mick Jenkins.
I think he's gonna hold on to the album of the year. I don't think anybody's gonna vote for that nigga to be album of the year. But for the people who listen to it, that nigga.
So
had
put in
album
your
of the year.
pitch right now for why Mick Jenkins' last album was album of the year.
I'll give you a pitch for why Mick Jenkins is better than Drake. Mick Jenkins has not dropped a single bad album. He has like 5 albums,
Wow.
five or 6 albums probably with like a year and a half in between each album. They're all bangers.
Really?
With a message.
With the message.
What message Drake give you besides that girls don't know which utensil to eat salad with? Like, what are we talking about?
Shout out to Mick Jenkins. Shout out to No Name too. I liked her album.
Oh yeah, can't forget.
Can't forget. It's
sexist.
It's the woman album of the year for me. How about that? It's the woman album of the year. No, but honestly, I'm trying to think of albums that came out. It's probably on. I said No Name album was better than the Travis Scott album. That's what I said.
I agree with you on that. You already know how I feel about the Travis Scott album. Like,
and I like a lot of records off that Travis Scott album.
Yeah, me
but
too.
When you talk about message, you're talking about messaging.
I don't even think it had to do with the extent to that he tried, because I feel like he tried very hard on the album. Yeah. Production
was great.
Everything about that album was great, except like I don't feel like I can call an album great if I'm listening to every song and I'm mistaking you for another artist. I shouldn't listen to your whole album. Who did you mistake it for? Kanye. The beats were Kanye. Damn near the lyrics were Kanye. The presentation of the flow was Kanye.
We're in the era of...
Yeah, we're in the era of everybody want to be fucking Kakashi. Get your own jutsu,
Kanye
nigga.
was still something from other people when he was coming up that we didn't know about. But now this is their version.
But that's crazy. Taking a sample or a few words and mixing it into something new versus stealing an entire flow and production style.
Did you have a song about it? Maybe Kanye?
He shouted out Ye a couple times. He said, I'm loyal. I'm picking Ye over Biden and shit like that. So I feel like it was more in the sense of he was paying homage. But yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it was a great album. I'm just not going to call it album of the year because it doesn't sound like Travis Scott.
I can see what you're saying.
Okay, I agree with that.
But does Drake sound like Drake? Or do you sound like a thief? Okay, I'm going to stop him.
Yeah. Anyway, Erica Mena. Okay, Erica Mena has apologized for calling one of her 11 hip-hop Atlanta castmates a racial slur that resulted in Mena getting fired from the reality TV show. The assistant and Hush actor released a statement Tuesday addressing the incident in which she called Jamaican musician Spice quote, monkey. Multiple times, and I'm gonna will this in all into all the topics we're talking about, so y'all better pay attention to what I'm doing on this podcast. She called Spice a quote unquote monkey multiple times and taunted her with monkey noises.
Monkey,
not the monkey. What kind of noises? Like, can you demonstrate?
I can't. Mena shot out the slur on camera repeatedly during a recent episode of the VH1 series documenting the lives of the stars of Atlanta's hip hop scene. Now, my first problem and the first thing I'm going to get on is VH1. Viacom. Y'all published the episode. Like, the episode went out. Mm-hmm. And then y'all chose not to fire Erica Mena until backlash from like motherfuckers saying like, wow, damn, somebody called you a monkey. Mm-hmm. So Viacom, fuck y'all, because y'all really don't even vibe with black people like that. So if we really want to get deep down into what's really going on and TV shows and places depicting black people in a certain way, we can have that conversation. But I don't want to serious this out just yet. But we're gonna get there. Okay. Number 2, you said Erica Mena wasn't black?
I looked it up because I did see a post kind of going over how like they were like people like Erica Mena inhabit the space of black women until they feel like they're better than the black women in them spaces, then they start diminishing those people. So I was like, is Erica Mena black? I'm like, she looked like maybe she's like Afro Latina or something. I looked it up. It said that she's like Puerto Rican and Dominican.
So she claims that it wasn't a racially motivated thing for her to say that.
Have you ever even thought about calling a white person a monkey? Have you ever thought about calling a Mexican a monkey?
And then a real monkey. Not the Mexican.
I've called a few, but white. But you ain't never. Only when you think of monkeys and racial slurs, and for a lot of people, if you even say the word monkey,
it's a trigger.
Black people
she could have just said
up.
Bitch. I don't know why she just said
There's
bitch.
so many things she could have said, but she doubled down on it too. She said, monkey, you fucking blue monkey.
Yeah, that sounded racist.
That's crazy. That sounds racist. And like, not to play devil's advocate, because that's usually Cayman's role. Like, what was her name? The girl that she was talking to? Spice or something like that?
Yeah, Spice.
Not Ice Spice.
Not Ice Spice, but
Jamaican musician.
But Spice,
I said Ice
what
Spice.
she said to her was still like, that was out of line, and I could definitely see why she did feel some type of way about that. They were talking, and she said that your son doesn't like you, blah blah blah. But that is not enough to then flip the entire table
and then
call her a fucking monkey.
A blue monkey.
And this kind of goes into like I don't watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Cat.
No, I don't watch that.
Where I walked in here the other day.
Damn, I was gonna tell you because me and Xavier really don't know who Erica Mena is. Like I really don't know. The only thing I know about Erica Mena, and I think this is the backstory. I think if I can remember correctly, y'all remember when Joe Budden was on Love and Hip Hop? He was like, "Fuck." Y'all remember that video? He was like at the ocean and he was talking to Safari. He was like, "It is what it is," or some shit like that. He had the fucking hat on. Do y'all remember what I'm talking about? Oh, well, it was like a video. It was like a video that went viral of Joe Budden yelling at Safari, and I guess Joe Budden's baby mama used to date Erica Mena or something like that. And the reason why Joe was yelling at Safari is because he just invited Erica Mena onto the vacation or whatever, some bullshit like that. So that's the only thing I know. But KaBria, do you watch Zeus Network by chance? Have you seen any of the programs on Zeus?
I don't have Zeus, but I have seen clips of some of the programs that they have.
Do you find some of their clips entertaining?
I mean, for one, I like the Baddies West and Baddies whatever, because I grew up like watching Bad Girls Club and like, what's his name?
Oh, Flavor
Flav. Like I grew up in that,
Flavor
that time.
Flav.
So for me, I was like,
New
of
York.
course I watch Zeus. And it's cool because I like Krishan. I like Natalie, just like the girls or whatever. So I watch the little clips like if people have it.
So this is my thing. Like the Erica Mena, Love and Hip Hop, like having a drama, and I get all that. Like, it's $1, and I expect the white man to profit off of black people's drama and all that. I expect that from them. But the Breakfast Club recently did an interview with Zeus president, and Erica Mena. I mean, not Erica Mena, Natalie Nunn. And they were on the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne was like, "You damn near don't get no flack, bruh, because you be putting all these black women on here arguing, like Blueface and Krishan and all that toxicity, and like you really don't even be getting killed in the press. Like you're really capitalizing off all this black trauma and stuff like that." So I wanted to pose a question to y'all, because he kind of did dodge all those questions. I want to pose a question to y'all. What do y'all think about a black man CEO profiting off the drama of black people when we know that white people are going to do it anyway? Do you hold that man accountable more for the community? Do you care more, or do we kind of just let the nigga live because he is black and he's running a fucking TV network company? Like, we don't have many of those as black people, so it's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, the only other black network I know is Roland Martin. He owns
there
his
you
own
go.
shit, but that's really it.
There you go.
And he's talking straight politics.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we don't have like an entertainment source in that way.
Right.
So for him to be building something like that, for him to be a 5-year-old network, like it is still like his story is still like inspiring to see. But then it's like, what are you profiting off of? Are you selling out the community in that way? What do y'all think about that?
I mean, like, to the same extent, I feel like that's the same conversation you have when you're like, do you expect like other famous black people, famous musicians and famous actors to have a direct opinion on the plight of the black community? Do you expect them to have any allegiance to black issues that they don't directly experience just because they're black? And I feel like, I'm gonna say yes. Yes, nigga, yes. You should still, because as soon as that money gone, your ass is just another nigga again. So like
grass.
People like Oprah, people like who have exceeded the standards of fucking gender and race, they're no longer black, they're no longer men and women, they're just fucking rich.
Yeah.
They don't have an allegiance to anybody except the dollar. But startup niggas like Mr. Zeus, and like all these others, they still in some extent they should at least know, like, I need to put out a good face for my people, because we're at least at the age now to where like a lot of black people are not gonna go and support something, especially by another black person, when they know they're not doing anything but selling us out. So it's like, unless he's really just and if this is the case, sorry to put a flag in your game, but like unless he's really just trying to play a slick one and pull the white man to get some money, thinking that it's just another reality TV just run by a black person this time, and then another 5 years down the line, he's completely switching the protocol of the network and is moving to more towards like a Roland Martin, pushing more not popular, but more like
news articles.
Yeah, just more like things.
Positive.
Yeah, information, positive, impactful media for black people.
Right.
Instead of just putting out
giving Michelle and Barack a TV show.
Yeah, exactly. Because I grew up watching the Bad Girls Club with my sister.
I watched that actually. Michelle
and all
Barack.
the reality TV shows. I like a good reality TV show.
Yeah.
And it's one thing when it's a white person doing it, because like, what do you expect the white person to do except for profit off of black people? That's what they've been doing since we got here. But like to see another black person go out and do the same shit to you, that's just like another type of like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
There is, yeah, but and the thing is, there is a market for it though, and that's the crazy part. Like that Blueface Krishan, like as toxic as that was, everybody wanted to see it.
And he should know, like, yeah, people are gonna want to watch that because Blueface and Krishan are fucking crazy, and now she just had that baby, releasing all his text messages and stuff like that,
So
and all
cute.
the
The
issues.
baby is so cute.
All the issues with his baby mama and her terrible looking BBL, like
That
of course
horrible.
people are gonna
It
watch
looks
that because the
horrible.
people on social media that are a lot of times
I
paying
think
the
he
most
did it on
attention to that
purpose.
are fucking kids. They're in high school,
And this is where we're feeding our kids.
and this is what we're feeding the kids.
No, our kids. I don't got no kids.
That's what we're feeding the youth, the children.
And that's and this is one
Not
of the
me.
these are
I
one
don't
of
have
the
kids.
these are one of the topics where it's like I saw a tweet where it was just like I just had to come to terms that my people are just never gonna make it to where we need to be.
Damn,
And
glad he's not this.
I mean, to be
He
quite
acting like Dr. Umar.
no. Honestly, like to be quite honest, I don't want to like throw salt, but in our lifetime, I don't see any type of progression. We got Suki. Did y'all see what Sukiana was doing at the MTV Awards?
Yeah,
I thought they were saying she wasn't there because the carpet was different.
she was on the carpet, like doing like the whatever that TikTok trend is when you get.
Yeah, but
She
I
was
know
doing that shit. and,
Like she was doing the most.
She was just on the ground.
My
It was
people
two
are-
This is what I'm
yo.
saying. There was a pink carpet, and I guess it was a bit of black carpet.
But
can't be
whatever
accurate.
carpet it was, she just shouldn't be doing that. My people are never gonna make it to where we need to be. Unfortunately.
I mean, what's the difference between her shaking her ass on the carpet and Nicki Minaj shaking her ass performing? It's two asses I'm watching getting shaked. Like, but
There's a
I do
big
get what you're
difference.
saying. Like,
No, yeah.
it's like those are the only black women artists that we're putting at the forefront are the Sukianas, the Cardi B's, the Meg Thee Stallions. Meanwhile, we're talking about No Name. These niggas don't know
care
who-
about No Name.
they don't know
Nobody
who
cares
No Name
about her.
is.
Yeah.
They don't know who Rhapsody is.
But they're
not-
really rapping. They're really doing something. They're really promoting the women rap. Like
Their name is No Name.
I don't care. I don't care.
There used to be No Name. Just.
I don't care about like everybody's like, oh, like support women rappers, support women rappers.
Yeah, as you should.
At the end of the day, I care about bars, and the shit that I will listen to is not going to be the Cardi and Meg single. That's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Or anything that's really being promoted right now that
Sexy
you have
Red?
I do like Sexy Red.
This man loves him some Sexy
I
Red,
do
but
like Sexy Red.
for me, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
And I like bars, no matter if it's coming from a dude or it's coming from a woman.
I'm out here
I
like
like
Miami.
bars. So
Looking for
I
a
mean,
Gucci daddy.
My son need a new path.
we're never gonna make it as a people, and yeah.
Wow, that's so sad. That's
Man.
so depressing. Why would you say that?
Too many bitches. Where the niggas at? I'm like, but I do understand what you're saying. But I do also feel like there's always gonna be a place for people like the Sexy Reds and the Little Kims, because those are the artists who are authentic in their portrayal of themselves. When you start getting into like the Sukianas and the other artists like that, is that who they are, or are they just trying to make profit
But then
off
it
of
gets,
a bag?
but then it gets to a point where it's like you have to do better. Like Sexy Red had the interview where she was like, the best thing a man ever did for me was like when I was in high school, this nigga went and robbed a nigga for me and took a belt and gave me like $15, and that was like the sweetest thing. And everybody in the comments like, oh, that's so, like there gets to a
that's
point.
So what? Stupid.
No, they're really like loving and feeding and into that shit to a point where it's really getting to a point where I'm online like, damn, we have to start to understand, like, as black people, we have to do better. Like, I understand that this is her authentic self, but she's starting to be in rooms with, like, she just took a picture with the CEO of the Jets.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in the room saying the right things and making those relationships, after that rap shit, after Ski is
real.
Thank you. After Ski is
We're
done,
all on the line.
it's time for you to then try to create generational wealth for people around you.
Right.
Like, let's start having those conversations.
She's signed with fucking. I think.
Not yo.
She's with Nicki.
She's with Nicki.
I think.
I don't know.
I think she might be.
See right now.
Oh, sorry, I'm weak. Should I figure out who she's signed with? Ski.
If you see me and you trying to say what's up.
Ski. Wow, that's such a nice website.
I know. I was like, what? It don't tell me nothing though.
Oh,
I've heard some shit about like Nicki and shit like that. Cause I think Ice Spice is signed with Nicki.
Yeah.
I think they're with the same people.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. It's just like, when you think about it, what is being pushed for men when it comes to hip hop, and what is being pushed regardless for women when it is for hip hop, it's really the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe a slight less violence on the women's side and more just ass.
And when are we gonna stop?
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
We gotta stop.
It's fine up until a certain point, because I get I understand you're just portraying your environment, but once you make it out that environment, you're not. What are you portraying anymore?
Right.
Like Dirk. Like, when is he gonna change his
street life?
Well, Dirk tried it with All My Life. You didn't like that. You didn't like that record.
I didn't like the record because what he was talking about. I just liked the record because it was bad.
They try to keep me down.
Because he was trying to be Rod Wave.
It was given very much. It was given very much another. I feel like hip hop always does that. They do like some rap song with the kids.
Yeah, I do get that. Dead Prez be doing it back in the day. Like,
back in the day,
I do. That's one of the things I do hate. I hate a trumpet. I hate kids. I hate an orchestra sometimes. Like, some shit is just like
you hate kids.
Hella excessive. Like, I hate a hella long intro and a hella long outro.
Right, I would say that. I hate a hella long song
my god, that one ASAP Mob song where they did like the whole 3-minute intro of them at a fucking
Lamborghini High.
Yeah, I'm like,
bruh, that was a good song though.
It's good, but you know what I did? I went straight on my computer on Apple Music and I cut all that shit out. So as soon as I hit start the song. Like, why am I listening to a conversation of y'all ordering the sandwich? Like, what are we doing right now?
Let me get a chopped cheese and a Lucy. That's what he said. I don't know nothing about that
exactly.
New York.
A nigga ain't never been to New York. The fuck is a Lucy?
But we're gonna monitor that Zues situation closely, because that nigga did say, we're gonna be changing our content soon. You know, we're gonna try to incorporate more things. So we'll really see if he incorporates things that actually are benefiting black people, because that is important.
I doubt it.
You know what happened the last time we forced a nigga to switch his flow? The Baby's last song. That shit was terrible.
Why you don't like the Baby either?
It's not that I don't like the Baby. It's just I don't like his music, and it's just
I don't like how he treats his baby mama.
Yeah, and I watched that video and I was like, that's crazy. First of all, but like, he keeps putting out a song. First one, first two, first three. Okay, all right, okay. Now you're on a track with J. Cole, nigga. Step it up. Okay, you're not gonna. He
did step it up on the.
He stepped it up, but didn't switch it up. He stepped it up, didn't switch it up, right? That's what I'm saying. So niggas are still like, come on, baby. Can I get something else? Can I get a preview of something else? Huh?
The Baby was on J. Cole's, not the Sunset one, right?
He was on the one song with
Under the Sun, the Dreamville song.
I liked it.
It was really good.
It was good. He stepped it up but didn't switch it up. So when he finally switched it up after he fell off 3 times and did a remix with fucking Sexy Red and got a little bit more life, that nigga put out some ass.
Believe it.
And he had the nerve to back it up with a music video. So that's double ass.
Right.
Anyway, off of the Baby, let me just ask y'all this. What do y'all think of Gunna selling out Barclays for his New York show? And he's coming to LA soon. After all the allegations, after everything, you know, Fuck You Mean has really caught fire.
I like Fuck You Mean.
I have not listened to it.
You never heard Fuck You Mean? It's actually good.
It's really good. But
even before all the scandalous shit that happened with my boy Thugger, like, I've never really listened to Gunna like that.
Me either.
Like, I listened to a couple songs here and there, and then when he dropped one of his last projects, that's when I was like, maybe I should check out his music. So I listened to that project, and it was solid. But
The Gimmets one, the blue one. I mean, pink one.
Is it the one where he got like snakes on the cover or some shit?
Oh, that's it.
But like I've never, even after that, I've never just been like, yeah, I wonder what Gunna's doing right now.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Me either.
But his shit is selling. I want y'all's takes on. Do y'all like? Obviously, the people don't care.
Nobody cares.
So is it just like?
How long has 6ix9ine been out? Nobody cares.
But that's it's different because 6ix9ine is not actively.
He just got jumped.
No, he's not actively recording music.
Wasn't that just recently when he got jumped at the gym?
He's not actively recording music. Who cares about who he got jumped at the fucking street? We're talking about a musician.
I think he got jumped inside the gym bathroom. Yeah, he was bleeding on the gym bathroom floor. That's disgusting. First of all, how you go for a workout and leave with an ass whooping? That's tough. That's tough.
That is tough.
They added some extra red.
We're talking about music, nigga. His Fuck You Mean is charting. Like, what do y'all think about people actually going to his shows? Like, what do y'all think about that?
I don't think we know the full story between him and Young Thug.
That is true.
Because Young Thug could have been like, "Oh, you can tell it was me, so you go get that money." You don't know anything. You don't know anything I'm saying.
Okay, no, it was Drip Season Forever. That was the one I listened to. I partially listened to Wanna.
The green one.
Was that the one?
Yes, Wanna.
Yeah, I listened to that. It was cool.
What album was that?
That was like his second album?
Second.
The one with the nigga in the pool, I never listened to that. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. Wow, he just don't do nothing for me.
Diversity though, like look at the different stages.
The album covers?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, actually really cool.
Gunna has been around for a long time.
When was his first album?
This
2019.
Pre-COVID.
That's what I'm saying. Him and Lil Baby were doing shit 2017, 18, I want to say.
Ain't Lil Baby like 10 times past that nigga though?
10 times past that nigga in what?
As much as an artist?
In like as like an artist.
I wouldn't say that 10 times.
But
Lil Baby's big.
I feel like Lil Baby's a bigger artist than Gunna as far as like.
But Lil Baby fell off. Lil Baby fell off this year, and Gunna is still charting. Gunna's album this year was better than anything. Lil Baby ain't been great since. Hey,
that's probably what started that. They're like, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
I don't know. I've never really been a Lil Baby fan either.
Unfortunately, him and Roddy have just not been
Don't
producing.
Get me started on Roddy. That's a sad story. I really thought Roddy was gonna be like some shit. Like,
what's Roddy?
Roddy Ricch.
Oh.
I really thought Roddy Ricch was gonna be like who Drake thinks he is, a nigga who can sing and really like spit some bars too.
Yeah.
And like, it was really that double blow up that fucked him up. Like, when it was just the black people riding with him, I don't know if the sound just was different, if the bars was hitting harder or what. Yeah. As soon as he had that double blow up when he got his white fans,
wow.
It just
when did he get his white fans?
His last album. No, the album before that. He got his when he started getting after the box.
Yeah. That's
when I should have known, cause that video was ass.
I haven't seen the video.
It was that nigga in a car riding up the side of a wall. First of all, what are we doing?
It's pretty cool though.
That's pretty cool. But the entire music video,
I didn't know the entire.
And video people have really just been after the box. People kind of settled down for the box.
Yeah.
People were kind of just like, all right, Roddy,
do something different.
Give me something else.
Yeah, do it.
And then everything he was kind of dropping from there was just like, ooh,
trash.
Not trash, but like it ain't the box.
So it's trash.
So it's just like it's just one of those things where one of the first things you put out hits way too fucking hard, and everything you drop after that just doesn't match. Yeah. It's gonna sound kind of bad, and people were just niggas are relentless.
I can see that.
They was just coming at him. So his last project, that was the one where it's like, we need to see something better than the box, or you're washed. And the album was similar to the Jack Harlow. The album was good. The reaction was not, because it wasn't the box. Yeah. He fell off from there. He dropped a few weeks ago. He was doing an Instagram live, and he was doing a little teaser for his song. He had like 20K people every second. Just kept declining. And you could just see the look on his face, just like, wow.
Wait, when he was doing what?
He was on Instagram Live and
he was
playing
just snipping a song,
music.
yeah.
And like it was at like 20K. Next 19, 18, 17, 16, 15.
It went all the way down to like 8K.
It just dropped. And I was just like, damn, he's really done. Cooked. Cooked.
That sucks.
And that's tough. I would hate to compare them. But that's basically what happened to Jack Harlow. That made that nigga start acting.
Oh my gosh, he's acting now. Oh,
yeah, he was in that white man.
But would you say Jack Harlow? Jack Harlow could drop an album and still.
I don't think so. I don't like.
Make
Well,
some
I
moves.
don't really like.
I don't know because I don't really think
I never liked him.
he's gonna drop a better album anytime soon.
Wow.
Than the last project he dropped,
which
was a good album.
Yeah, it was good.
And just like Roddy, niggas was like, just too much press, too many people on Twitter, fucking with him.
I can see that.
Too many people on Twitter like going to his performances in person, and then like just sitting there still faced like he was fucking I love my brother, my brother love me. Hey, what the fuck is her name? What is her name? Coy Leroy. Oh my
god!
Like after her freestyle, people would go to her performances and just dead face, just like whole crowd not jumping, whole crowd not making no noise, just her rapping hard as fuck, and everybody's just.
That's so mean.
People were doing that to Jack Harlow after people started getting on his ass. They would go to his performances at Coachella and shit like that. Just
crickets.
That's so tough, especially when I would have been choo choo right on that Jack Harlow hate train. But like I say about Drake, I'm not gonna hate unless it's warranted.
Right.
The album was good.
Right.
They just wasn't fucking with it. R.I.P.
What did you see? Xavier saw the VMAs. He just so happened to catch it at his mom's. KaBria has saw clips. I didn't watch anything of the VMAs. I saw Taylor Swift dancing, and that was enough for me on Twitter.
They panned the camera for her many times.
Bruh, I'm telling you. And Ice Spice was sitting right next to her too.
Mm-hmm.
Right so her, what did you think about the What did you think about the VMAs, Xavier?
So this was really like the first, like, award show, damn near like music or movies or whatever I've watched since the greatest cipher of like I've ever seen in my life with Black Hippie.
2013.
That was a long time ago. It was good. I feel like they promoted a lot of lesser known artists. They would just give them a shot. They would go out there, do like one song, cut to commercial.
Yeah.
Another artist would do like a song, 2 songs. They were shouting out a lot of Latin artists. Shakira did her shit. She can't really dance that good, but everything else about her performance was like really, really, really great. Nicki Minaj. Wow.
No, it's not. You better not say anything disrespectful.
She did a unreleased song.
I liked it.
I'm glad you did. I did not. I was like, because I was like, I've really never been a Nicki Minaj fan like that.
That's crazy.
My sister loves Nicki Minaj. Like that's probably her favorite rapper. She always just be making the little don 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 all the fucking noises and shit. And it was like, I kind of just felt like I was watching her, and then everything just started seeming like a gimmick. Like she would just start using that voice, introducing people, and it was just like she's just doing it. Oh. It just seemed like she was doing it just to gain like some more fans back or some shit, gain some more attention because she's been out the limelight for a while. And then she performs, and I guess she did another performance in the beginning half of the show. I watched her last performance at the end of the show. That shit was bad. It was bad. No movement. She was standing like a statue. Like she had on like, first of all, she had on this big.
Barb's gonna kill you.
Fuck Barb's. Like she had on this big black outfit, looking like a big ass scrunchie.
That's crazy.
And then after every verse, she was slowly pulling it off until all of a sudden she was basically just wearing lingerie with like a little slimmer, like a thinner outfit over it. So then I turned over to my sister and Sophie, and I was like, is she really just basically just rapping in a bathing suit at this point? And no shade, I don't care what you wear, but I was just like, after watching everybody else perform, after watching all the other background dancers, the outfits, for Nicki Minaj to be the queen, didn't have the nerve to go up there and start dissing other artists. What performance was you hyping up? Like
it's not about. It's not. Hold on. I gotta stop you because it's not about what she's doing now. It's about what she did and how she paved the way for a lot of these female rappers now and today. So you have to give her credit for that. Period. Do not talk about Nicki. What she's doing right now.
Well, who is she really trying to like? Okay, so now she. All right, so now okay.
She can diss all of them because those are all her daughters. Those are all her daughters.
Yeah, she could do that. Yeah, we already know that. So why? First of all, why are you coming out of retirement? Dropping
She's not retired.
Before she had her,
she had a kid.
Before she had the baby, she already said she was retired and this and that.
She said that?
Yeah, she said she was retired, not making no more music more. So how you going?
Did she?
Yeah. Quote me on that, Barbs. But I'm pretty sure she retired.
We're gonna have to fact check
and
that.
And then had the baby. So this is basically post-retirement.
Okay, let's just say she didn't say she was retired. She just took a step away from music.
Did a little hiatus. Then I would have said, how is this how are you going to return? This is how you're returning?
She said
you're
the
returning
tone.
to the
I liked it.
What tone? No tone I want to be.
I like
Sing a different tone. Came out looking like a black scrunchie. Dissing niggas. And it was like nothing memorable. The only thing memorable was the fact that I didn't like it.
What did you like about it, KaBria?
I liked her song because I like the bars. They remind me like, oh, Nikki.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay. Simple as that. He just ripped so
What
hard.
other clips did you watch?
I watched Cardi B and Megan's performance. I watched Diddy's tribute.
How was the Cardi B Meg?
I don't really like their new song that much, so for me it was okay.
Okay.
Like
Definitely
it was like,
not WAP.
It's not, but WAP was cool, but WAP was never like I knew it wasn't a hit. It was just like a
something to put out.
Yeah, you
Get
know what
some
I'm saying?
traction.
And the same with Bongos. I feel like they followed it a little bit too much. I think it could have been better if they had a song with both of them actually like rapping.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Showcasing
something different, and it would have
Yeah.
surprised everyone. Like Bongos is like, okay, we expect that from you guys, and then also a lot of female rappers are doing that, so it's like.
And my only thing with
different.
Bongos, why did they wait till September to drop that? They could have dropped that in July and really had the summer like.
Well, it's so hot right
you
now.
know what I'm saying? I get that,
Yeah.
but in other places of the world, like New York, it's probably not going to be hot for very much longer, even if it is.
Something about to be.
But I think she was
closing.
doing a lot of, her court case and all that.
True
happened.
that. That is
Maybe
true.
that's what it was and got pushed back. And I think she's also looking to get signed somewhere else or something. Megan, she's trying to get out of her record deal or her deal with her contract. Excuse me. She doesn't like how they're like treating her and stuff like that.
Well, shout out to the the VMAs.
VMAs.
Are you gonna watch more musical award shows now?
Yeah.
Did that quench your thirst?
I feel like this had the same effect as Slime Y'all had. I'm not excited for anything to come. I'm not watching other performances probably.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
If anything, I'm excited for Shakira to drop an album or something, and Anita, if anything. But no, it wasn't like it kind of was like reminding me why I stopped watching it. It was very predictable.
Yeah.
You were able to look at the nominees and you're like, yeah, this nigga's gonna win. This nigga's gonna win.
Yeah.
Even if you've never even listened to the song, you'd be like, just by name, because that's what it is. It's just the most hyped name. What was popular at the time? What was popping on TikTok at the time? That nigga's gonna win.
True.
I called that shit. I was
You got all of them? I didn't see any of the awards.
I was watching and I was like, this person.
Wow.
And I was like kind of upset that I'm that good. Like,
What do y'all think about SZA not performing because Punch was mad? Her manager TDE.
she wasn't even there.
Yeah, Punch was mad that she didn't win Artist of the Year, so he stripped her from performing. What do y'all think about that?
That kind of sucks. But why would she win Artist of the Year?
Yeah, that's kind of.
My only thing is
She got Album of the Year.
They've been killing Punch on Twitter for a long time about how he managed SZA, and my only thing is, I don't feel like the SZA fans really understand who Punch is and who TDE is. Like, TDE is a whole entity that has like had a whole like successful hip hop brand and like probably is like the best West Coast label ever of all time. And y'all talk about Punch like he's like chopped liver. Like Punch has actually did other shit other than like manage SZA. And I feel like the SZA fans don't really understand the TDE element of who SZA signed to.
I mean, just to play another part to that. I mean, like, he's had a successful run in the hip hop space, but SZA isn't really. She leans in the hip hop space, but she's not directly thriving in hip hop.
True.
So does he really know the ins and outs of what is needed for her R&B fans?
That is true. But if I had anybody to, manage my career, I need somebody who understands the maximum level of somebody.
Who else does he even have singing on that label besides maybe Zachariah?
It's not singing. It's selling tickets. It's marketing. It's all that.
But I'm saying, like, all hip hop, one singer.
Right.
That one singer, that outlier, is probably going to catch a lot of flack, like not going to get as much shine because everything else is going to be centered around what can the majority do. She's going to need a lot more singularity in her venues, her fan base. she's gonna lead a lot more attention in that aspect versus just like telling the niggas go rap, go spit some bars real quick, go stand outside of your car, and that's the music video right there.
But I think they've did everything right only because the music has been there, number one, and that's the most important thing. Her last two albums we've heard from SZA, her 2 albums have been like top tier. They've charted, they've been on billboards, they have had impact culturally with people.
Right. But why would she win Artist of the Year? I thought Artist of the Year is usually. I thought it was usually.
No, I would, but
I would say more like up and coming. I feel like Artist of the Year is just more like whoever had like the most traction. She definitely didn't even have the best album, so I don't know why he even thought. But do you not think that with all the success and everything that SZA has had as of yet, with her current management being primarily hip hop, do you not think she would have had more success, even a higher, more household name, if she was not backed by a label that was primarily focused on R&B?
That's so hard because all the shit that she did for Control, and Top and Punch said wait on that, and they said wait on that for the right way, and they compiled that album to exactly what it needed to be. And Control is one of the greatest R&B albums we've heard in the last 10 years. So you can't tell me like would she have had better management under XYZ when the music has been there for me to understand, like no matter anything else, like if that music is there, that will carry any piece. And Control stood the test of time in that.
Yeah,
so
but I mean, like making the music and the production behind the music, I don't feel like that necessarily translates to the promotion. Promotion and marketing.
I get what you're
artist.
saying with that.
That's it. I feel like that would be a completely different. I feel like the R&B people that manage R&B artists or pop artists are gonna have different contacts when it comes to.
You don't manage Schoolboy like you manage SZA.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
But that's how
I get what you're saying.
That's how it's happening.
I get what you're saying. But I feel like they can handle it.
Even on another note, for the niggas like us who really just like TDE, like that's our label. Those are our niggas. If you're dropping album after the other, like say Schoolboy drops, Kendrick drops, J. Cole drops, or not J. Cole, J Rock drops, then SZA drops. It's kind of like there's no duality in that pattern. Hip hop, R&B, hip hop, R&B. It's just like now you're gonna make certain hip hop elements transition over to R&B and make R&B transition over to the hip hop. So like when they were doing like when Isaiah Rashad would drop an album, have SZA come on and do a couple songs that you distinctly know like, oh, this is very R&B forward, just so she can get her shine out. Just like when they do the Dreamville albums and they throw Ari Lennox on, she gets her entire song, 2 songs just for her to showcase her talents because she's really the only nigga singing on that album. They kind of got to give her her own shit to put her out to the forefront.
I've always thought that TDE should have put out more they should have put out way more compilation albums and shit like that. Should have tried to do more of that. But I mean,
they did it early instead.
They did it early, and then it was like they were all just in their own shit. Like Kendrick was just arising. Schoolboy had his time. Absol was before that. J Rock had signed the deal way before that. So it was just getting to a point where it was like they weren't in the studio together like they maybe once were.
Yeah, they were all hidden at different points.
Exactly. So I mean, we'll monitor that situation. I just thought that was interesting that they were like everybody's just killing them on Twitter, and I just like I get they're a hip hop label, but like give them a little grace because SZA is at a point right now because of the management that she has had.
Yeah.
Like when you have, Phil Jackson as your coach, you could be Michael Jordan, but you still need that coach there to put you in the right place and position. Yeah. So I think that's important. Labels are important, but we've seen with Reason, he ain't popped like he once did, and then we saw the little tit for tat with the label, and we ain't never saw that before from TDE.
He dropped a song about that too, going back and forth with the label.
Yeah,
and it's like that's exactly like Reason came on the scene, and we're like initially we're like, wow, oh he's signing with TDE. Mm-hmm. Oh he's gonna pop off. He's gonna do really great. And then it's like you said Reason. I'm like, damn, I haven't heard that nigga's name since Isaiah Rashad's last concert in SAC.
Exactly.
Like those artists like Lance. Nobody's talking about Lance. Nobody's talking about fucking Zachariah. people talk about SZA because that's SZA.
That's SZA, yeah.
But like, there's a lot of artists on there that you're not talking about besides fucking Kendrick.
Yeah. And Kendrick's not even on there.
Yeah, Kendrick just overshined everybody on that label to where it's like, obviously I'm gonna put every resource I can into making sure this nigga pops because everybody's already paying attention to him.
Right.
So everybody kind of falls to the back burner.
And where does that leave them with Kendrick leaving?
Exactly. Everybody's on the back burner now. And then the people, your secondary artists, the Schoolboys, the J-Rocks, the Ab Souls, them niggas are reaching their Nas and J. Cole era, or Nas and Jay-Z era.
That is true because they're getting older. They the veterans in the game.
And the younger artists that you had, the Lance Skywalkers, the Zachary's, and the fucking Reasons and SZA have been put on the back burner so long, so now they don't really want to. They're not really fucking with y'all like that, or to the point where we don't even remember that they make music.
Or maybe they just take time making their music.
I don't care what you take time making. It shouldn't take you 6 years to drop an album. Then you drop an album and it's 5 tracks and 3 of them are interludes. Like Lance Skywalker, be better. Come on.
It will end that TDE discussion on that note. I know KaBria was very intrigued by that TDE discussion. Last thing on our board is Kevin Porter Jr. That's all I'm gonna say about this, man. Kevin Porter Jr. Your career's over, bro.
No, it's done.
Pack it up. I really don't got shit to say about him.
He might as well hit a white woman.
It was just so brutal what they described.
And I hope, because I know the sister was saying a lot of stuff on Twitter. Sometimes I'd be wishing like that the families could actually get a hold on the people that actually like hurt their relatives in that way. Like just give them 5 minutes in the room by himself.
His sister that said that, or the girl?
It was the girl's sister.
Oh,
that was like, count your days. Like,
yeah.
You think you ever gonna play basketball again, nigga? I don't want to see you.
No, that was tough.
That was tough.
Y'all worried
that was
about
a bar.
this nigga dribbling. He ain't walking.
Exactly. So
that's tough.
I mean,
it was a lot.
It was a lot. Hope she's doing well. Okay.
Yeah. I just can't imagine getting attacked in your sleep by somebody that was laying right next to you. Yeah.
Reports is like he had got locked out the hotel room. When he got in, he just started wilding. Nigga got all that money.
Was that she was sleeping, and then he went through her phone or whatever.
Nigga just got all that money just to you gonna just waste all that money.
Got all that money and couldn't go to one anger management class.
Right, and that's the thing.
And he had already had anger management problems before. He had got traded. He got drafted by the Cavs.
They said that.
He got into it with an assistant coach. Like one of them assistant coaches, like you know, like certain black people that had just been around for their job for 30 years. This is John Lucas. He had been around the NBA for like 30 years. Nigga is just like one of the most respected niggas. You know, like that old uncle type. Nobody really fights with. It's the old uncle. Like if you're getting in fights with him, nigga, you need to go. So they traded his ass to Houston. Then he get to do, hella bullshit in Houston because it's not really a structure there. James Harden had just left. It's a very young team, new coach, no discipline.
Okay.
I mean, he just gets to wild out and hoop. Wow. And now he just wasted his whole career. I really don't got nothing else to say about that. But, yeah.
At least that nigga wasn't speeding coming from Topgolf.
And now, oof.
Who's that?
Henry Ruggs, the third. He's in jail forever.
He was leaving Topgolf.
Unfortunately.
Drunk, driving, speeding, and they got him on camera hitting two white women.
Don't say 2 white women.
I'm sorry.
He hit him in his car?
One white woman and her dog.
Did they die?
Yeah. She tragically passed.
Oh, so he's gonna be in jail.
No, yeah, the video was crazy.
And how fast he was going.
That shit was like it's like a blank street. All of a sudden you just that nigga was speeding. First of all, why are you that lit at Topgolf?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's Topgolf.
That nigga was getting no points. But
yeah. You guys had anything on AI using that Drake and Weeknd song got submitted to the Grammys? It was an AI song.
When they say that, when you say it's an AI song, they ask AI to make the song?
Yeah, they wrote.
You can ask AI
from
to
what
make
I
a song and use their voice.
Yeah, from what I understand is they actually wrote the song, but they used Drake and Weeknd's likeness to. So what do y'all think about that? Them actually being nominated for a Grammy.
I mean, it's interesting because it's just showing the progression of technology.
I mean,
you think they should be nominated for a Grammy though?
I think it sucked too because of the.
Who should accept the award?
Exactly, it's a line between like, how much can you take account for or credibility for, because it could be your ideas and stuff like that, but it's also a computer who executes it.
Yeah, and it's also not your voice. you're imitating somebody else.
Yeah.
So who do we really like that song for? For the imitation or for like you?
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I don't like it, but if artists actually are
Yeah, I
signing
hear the
off,
song. What song is it?
They signed off on it?
I feel like they would have to sign off on some shit like that.
Yeah, because I'm like, that's crazy that they let.
But
that
if artists
pass.
feel like they want to sign off on people using their voice, then so be it.
So be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like they're getting paid off that right now,
Yeah.
I gotta look at the song.
which is like, people are
I mean,
already.
they might be getting paid. They might.
Actors and shit are already on strike for not getting getting paid for written words.
Oh yeah. That was
Getting their likeness robbed right now. But now you're gonna say I can just go on ChatGPT and say, "Hey Siri, write a song that sounds like Mary J. Blige but in the voice of Michael Jackson," and like I can just submit that to the Grammys.
I get your point. It is hard.
Yeah, we'll be.
Yeah.
Looking at that, but yeah, this is all the topics.
Yeah.
Episode 100, guys.
Episode
I'm
100.
damn near about to go ask ChatGPT to write me a number one hit.
There
I'm
you
saying
go.
we recording.
We gotta
tonight.
get in the studio. Yep.
All
Thanks for
right. Thank you.
watching another video. This is the Rising Podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we
And
will
share
be
the
back.
video.
Share the video. Peace.
Shout out Drake.
Now you wanna show the video.
I know I posted a TikTok and it was just niggas sucking Drake off. They're like, the album wasn't good. It was great.